Hello everyone, welcome to Storytime with Lorenzo. Our featured book today is Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Baum, retold by Maggie Blossom, illustrated by Asha Pierce, creatively read and adapted by Lorenzo. You just never know when a twister is going to whisk you off to a magical land of witches, munchkins, and great adventures with new friends. Test your knowledge with fun questions at the end of the story. Wizard of Oz. This is the magical story of a girl named Dorothy. In this story, Dorothy takes a great big adventure. This great big adventure starts on a very small farm in Kansas. Dorothy is a young orphan girl who has a little dog, Toto. Toto is her best friend. The best friends live in a very small farmhouse, on a very small farm, in a very small town, on a very big prairie, where very little ever happens. Very little, that is, until one day when the best friends were home alone and a humongous cyclone blew through the prairie.
What do you think will happen to Dorothy and Toto when the cyclone hits their farmhouse?
The humongous cyclone picked up the very small farmhouse and took it on a humongous journey to a land that was very far away. The land was Oz. When taking a journey in your house, it is important to note there is no way to steer. Your house goes where the wind blows. Dorothy's house blew all the way to Oz, where it landed right on top of the Wicked Witch of the East. Dorothy thought this was pretty bad. The Munchkins who lived there thought this was pretty good. The Munchkins had been ruled by the Wicked Witch, who was evil, though they were very happy to be freed from her control. The Munchkins, along with the Good Witch of the North, rewarded Dorothy with a pair of magical ruby shoes.
Why do you think the ruby shoes are so important for Dorothy's journey?
Dorothy just wanted to go home to Kansas. How do I get home to Kansas? She asked.
Follow the road of yellow bricks,
said the Good Witch.
It will lead to the Emerald City, where there lives a wizard. The wizard can get you back home.
So off Dorothy went, followed closely by her best friend Toto. When traveling a road of yellow bricks in a land filled with witches and munchkins, you should be prepared for many new and different adventures and characters. On their journey, Dorothy and Toto met three wonderful characters who became their friends. First, they met the Scarecrow, who was just hanging out. Really? He was hanging from a pole in a field. Dorothy rescued him from the field, and the three friends headed on down the road. Next, they met the Tin Woodman, who was a stiff. Really? He was rusted so badly that his joints were stiff. Dorothy loosened his limbs with oil, and the four friends headed on down the road. Next, they met the Cowardly Lion, who was struck by Dorothy. Really? He tried to scare the friends, so Dorothy slapped him, at which point he admitted he was a coward. He said he was sorry, and the five friends headed on down the road.
How do you think the Cowardly Lion will show his bravery as they travel to the Emerald City?
The friends all followed the road to the Emerald City, where they hoped to meet the wizard. The Scarecrow hoped the wizard would give him brains. The Tin Woodman hoped the wizard would give him a heart. The Cowardly Lion hoped the wizard would give him courage. Dorothy and Toto just wanted to go home to Kansas. When the 5 friends arrived at the Emerald City, they were in search of the wizard. When they found him, he quickly agreed to help each of them. Even more quickly, he set a condition for his help.
What do you think the wizard will be like? And how will he help Dorothy and her friends?
The wizard said, "I will most certainly give you a brain, and you a heart, and you some courage, and you a ride back to Kansas. But first, you will get rid of the Wicked Witch of the West, who rules over Winky Country. The Wicked Witch is a wicked woman, and the Winkies deserve better." As the friends wandered Winky Country in search of the Wicked Witch, they had many adventures and were met with many challenges. It took all the talents of all the friends to prevail. Along the way, they sometimes surprised themselves. Scarecrow was surprised that he was smart. Tin Woodman was surprised by his heart. Cowardly Lion was surprised by his bravery. And Dorothy was surprised to find that all she needed was a pail of water to rid the world of the Wicked Witch of the West. When the friends returned to the wizard to claim their reward, they were even more surprised as the wizard explained to them that all they had ever wanted was already inside them. The wizard proclaimed, "Scarecrow, you have shown that you already have brains. Tin Woodman, you have shown that you already have a heart. Cowardly Lion, you have shown that you already have courage." "What about me?" whispered Dorothy. While the wizard was making his declarations, and Dorothy was nervously wondering about her own wish, the good witch was watching and listening. When she heard Dorothy, she spoke up.
Dorothy, just like your friends, you have also always had what you needed. Those ruby shoes are magical and will take you home to Kansas. Just click your heels 3 times, make a wish, and away you go. But be sure to bring Toto with you.
And that's what she did. Click, click, click. And with 3 quick clicks, a wish, and a wink, the best friends were back home. The end. Knowledge check. Who is this magical story about? Dorothy, Toto, Ariel, or the Cowardly Lion? The answer is Dorothy. Where did the big adventure begin? Alabama, Alaska, Kansas, or North Dakota? The answer is Kansas. What is the name of Dorothy's little dog? Spot, Alfredo, Toto, or Sam? The answer is Toto. Where did Dorothy live? In a small town, a beach, in New York City, or in Paris, France? The answer is in a small town. What kind of weather blew through the prairie? A hurricane, an earthquake, a cyclone, or a snowstorm? The answer is a cyclone. Who did Dorothy meet when her house landed on top of the Wicked Witch? The dwarves, the good witches, the tall people, or the munchkins? The answer is the munchkins. Where did Dorothy want to go? On vacation, to the park, to the big city, or home to Kansas? The answer is home to Kansas. What did Dorothy need to follow to get to Emerald City? The yellow brick road, the blue brick road, the red brick road, or the pink brick road? The answer is the yellow brick road. What did the Tin Man want? A brain, a heart, or clothes? The answer is a heart. What did the Scarecrow want from the wizard? Courage, a heart, or a brain? The answer is a brain. What does the wizard do for Dorothy's friends? He tells them he can't help them get the things they want. He tells them they had the things they wanted all along. The answer is, he tells them they had the things they wanted all along. How does Dorothy get back to Kansas? She walks back to Kansas, she takes a plane back to Kansas, or she clicks her magic heels together. The answer is, she clicks her magic heels together. How'd you do? Let's find out. Hooray, you did great! The end. Please subscribe for more fun and exciting Read Aloud videos on Storytime with Lorenzo. Thanks for watching! If you like this video, like and subscribe.